Welcome to the Smite Force Chronicles, brought to you by Tech Support. We had to do a lot of tech support today. It's all on me. All right, so when we were last here, well, first off, someone say something.
Hello.
Awesome. And can someone just roll an arbitrary die for me?
Yes.
Perfect. Who rolled that dice? Thank you so much. Everyone's rolling the dice. That's good. All right. One more vocal check from anyone. Doesn't matter who.
Hello. Pew, pew.
Perfect. Minimize this guy. We are in the game. Oh my God, we're in the game. Can you believe it? Thanks for playing. We'll see you next week. All right. So when we were here last, oh yeah. Wait, did Dinjarin have to leave for a second? He did, didn't he?
Go talk to the termite people. So
Can we all just like chuckle at that for a second, because that's classic timing. All right. So when we were here last, you guys, you had come down some pretty significant stairs, and it was interesting. You found a bunch of corpses. You found some treasure. Did you guys loot the treasure box? Do you remember?
We looted the treasure boxes, or the box and the 2 bags, and looted the first corpse.
All right, so let me make sure that I update this pile and leave it. So yeah, I had everything got reset, as you know, is the way. Boop, boop, leave. Boop, boop. All right, so some fun stuff should start happening now. Leave. And done. Cool. All right. Yeah, so you looted the first corpse. You had found a part of something called an arcane wayfinder, I believe, and also some sort of a hand sketched map that had looked like a parts list, as well as some locations. A couple of things were crossed off the list, including that part you found. So it led you to believe that maybe there's more to this. But no sooner did you begin to loot the second corpse, which now there's a third corpse suddenly. Hold on, there's a lot of corpses suddenly. Let me get rid of this guy. Too many corpses laying on top of each other. Perfect. Another one. There. Now we're down to 1 corpse. Cool. Anyway, no sooner had you sort of like looted the first 2 corpses than you heard 3 plops from throughout the room, and 3 ochre jellies dropped from the ceiling. You didn't take much time. You immediately attacked, and lo and behold, they were a little bit more formidable than you'd thought, but it's doable. Part of you leapt through the doorway. Tempe threw some, I think, 5 torches behind him to sort of block that way, to sort of keep the ochre jellies in that room. And the rest of you were fighting. When we last played, I believe that Stephanos' parting gift to those left in the room was to bless them. Glory heroically tried to jump through an ochre jelly and light it on fire, only to find herself trapped within the ochre jelly. If each round is 6 seconds, she has about 10 rounds before she suffocates. And her movement is a little bit limited, right? Because, she's an ochre jelly. We just rolled for initiative. I'm going to start the next round, which should... I built some next round graphics, so we should have a new card come into the chat view. Let's find out. Ooh, round 4, top of the stack, Alexandria. It says it's being played by a local player. Let's take a look at what's going on with that, because it is not being played by local players.
That's true.
Yeah.
All right.
So you can go ahead and do your thing while I... Wait a minute. There's no... Where are you guys? Smite Force. There you go. Are you able to control your character? Just quick question.
Yes, I just moved over.
All right.
All right. Well, you know what time it is.
Smite in
It's bird.
Yeah.
What time is it? You're leaving me hanging.
Smiting time. It's smiting time.
Would you say that we should
It's
How long
bringing
have you
back
been holding on to that?
doo-doo.
I have a more exciting version if you want to, here's a better one. There you go. And then that kicks off, some drum music because you're in battle. All right. So you're playing.
And yes, any thoughts on whether or not my attack hits?
Do not cut it.
You did not target anything.
I'm literally I literally pressed T and it's targeted on my screen. Please. Ugh.
Hold on. It says you rolled a 14. So yes, it should be a hit.
Why are you
Did it pop up a screen saying damage for you? It should have.
No, it did not. It did not.
Okay, hold on. Let me look at our settings. This, of course, why would anything work, really? Let me go to MIDI QOL, because I just tested this with Curtis the other day. Miscellaneous. Import settings. Choose file. Desktop. Giving you the play-by-play. Open. Import.
Yeah, in the chat window, it just said you rolled an attack roll, but it didn't say against any creature for some reason.
It has the pointers around it.
Yeah. So for some reason, it's not recognizing that she had targeted it.
It is in the. Okay, I'm going to give you another attack, and we'll just apply damage if that. So try attacking again. Let's see what happens. What the living hell is going on here? Hold on. Just for fun, Tyros, can you try and attack something?
Sure.
To be clear, it has 4 blue triangles around. I clicked T, or I held T, clicked it, and then it had 4. It has 4 blue triangles around it. That's targeting, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one. I won't apply damage because it's not my turn.
Yeah. So that worked.
You can see everything worked.
So you used the dagger, right?
Yes.
And did it ask you how you wanted to use the dagger?
I clicked attack. I went into my inventory and I clicked attack, and then I clicked roll normally without advantage.
Okay, so let me. I'm going to try to replicate that for you. So you targeted this guy, and I'm you, and I go into inventory, and it was Bahamut's
Yes.
dagger venom, right? So I hit that.
Yes.
And I hit normal, and it rolled the die, and that time it missed. But you saw that, right? So let me try it again.
Yes.
Normal. You missed again. We're gonna keep. Oh wait, this was a hit. All right, so it hit. So let me. Was that a critical hit? No. So I'm gonna hit normal damage. And it applied it. So Milan, I don't know. Maybe something was weirdly out of cycle because I was able to do it.
Okay. Well, I sent a screenshot of what I'm seeing.
You're the bee's
I would
knees. On the plus side, you did a bunch of damage.
I would like to do my second attack.
Oh, let's do it. Let's see if maybe it'll work.
This too.
No. I want to see. So it's targeted. And you know the reason that you're getting a half cover for this, like you're getting there's half cover because one of your colleagues is inside of her, inside of the jelly.
Pretty sure she's trying to kill me. Cause like
Could be. That'd be fun.
I'm trying to get you out.
that you could be attacking, but you chose the one that I'm in.
It was
Okay.
the closest.
So you rolled. I'm so confused why that's not like this is specifically not working for you. Did I not set you up?
Can you see the image I sent in the chat? Like, am I correct in what I'm doing here? Did I do something wrong?
Hold on, let me look. Hold on. View.
You know what I found last time I had that issue is I had to hit the clear all targets on the left of the map screen and then retarget the creature. And sometimes that fixes it.
Hold on, I gotta look at the chat screen.
I've had similar issues before. She does have it selected. You can see the arrows pointing at it.
Yeah.
And I can see a little dot on the creature, meaning it's targeted.
I can't look. I can't when we're playing the way my stuff is set up. I'm not able to see the chat, so I'll have to look at that afterwards.
Yeah, so she does clearly have it targeted.
Where's clear all targets?
So if you go, you know all the icons on the left of the map?
Yes.
Where it's like,
yeah,
there's a little circle with a gray X in it.
All right.
Okay, yeah, try that and then try retargeting. And then you hit last time, so just keep hitting until you connect. And tell me exactly what's popping up on your screen right now. A crit.
That was a crit,
and
but it didn't even get registered, so it doesn't matter. We should just probably have you do it. I don't think this is going to get resolved. And
so, but did nothing pop up on your screen?
No, nothing popped up. This is post clearing targets.
I don't understand. So let me.
I wonder if it has to do something with that whole local player thing at the very beginning.
Yeah.
So possibly. Let me look at that real quick. Give me 1 second. And then I'll even give you the crit.
Oh, thank you.
Configure ownership. Save. Alexandria, configure ownership. To the owner, save. Stefanos, configure ownership. Save. Tempe, configure ownership. Save. Eros. All right, so that is updated. Alexandria, can you? So there's nothing that will let you roll damage, right?
I reloaded. I can try one more time.
Yeah, and I'll give you your crit if
very fun and interesting. Like.
It's all good. Believe me, it's all good. It's I had so many problems at the beginning of this.
Yeah.
It is not letting you attack stuff. I don't understand why. Let me try something weird. Okay. Now try.
That's what I tried originally. Actually, I thought maybe I was not close enough, and that's why it wasn't working. But I will try it again. Yeah.
Okay, now try. Last thing we're gonna do is
on the rolls.
Yeah. Now try attacking the one to the north. I'm just curious. Maybe there's something weird about that ochre jelly. Same thing. So weird. All right. So let me attack for you until, and then I'll give you critical damage. So you were doing your dagger, right?
Yeah.
I'm hoping that no one else has that issue, and I'm going to say advantage.
I'm sorry about all of that.
That's okay.
That was very painful.
And then it's going to be a critical hit. So here's your critical hit. And with that,
Nice.
around Glory,
Welcome,
this ochre
Glory,
jelly just
victory.
dissipates. This is why I didn't want you guys to give up on it. Like we did a whole bunch of changes. This whole thing should be faster, but like for some reason there's a couple of wrinkles. And I think I know. Hopefully I know how to fix it.
Drips through
Yes.
like off of her body, and she looks up at Alexandria and was like, I had it. Ugh.
So
Then-
so around you, if you double click that ochre jelly, Glory, because you're standing in it, you'll see that it's turned into a little item pile, and what's left laying there that's not gooey is something called a pseudopod.
Who took it?
I took it. I killed it.
So you saw Alexandria, like, you're like looking at the thing. She looks like she snags that pseudopod right from in front of you as you have this ochre jelly just sort of like dripping around you. And she's got her little, can birds smile? She's got a little birdie grin on her face.
You get your life and I get a little trinket. That seems super fair to me, honestly.
Oh, I'm loving this dynamic. All right. So there we are. It is your turn, Glory. You are no longer prone because this thing has been removed from you. So let me get rid of your prone status. They're all. You've got two more ochre jellies, one sort of to the northeast and one to the southwest. One's flanking Tyros. Arguably, you could attack Alexandria too.
No. So I don't know that Tyros is where he is because he's invisible. So I'm going to actually just leave this area and jump over the fire. And as I just kind of brush past Alexandria.
Awesome. And question. So you jumped over the fire. You'll need to roll an acrobatics check for me. And wait a minute, I've got a new tool for this. Hold on. This should be pretty. So this would be, I think you guys will like this.
I think I need to have I'm fire prone, or like I'm fine with fire. I have hell, whatever.
Yep.
So I don't know if that's a additional thing to it.
Yeah, you'll avoid fire. So this is going to be ability check and start epic roll. Now you click that dice.
Normal or advantage?
Normal. So you don't start on fire, but as you leap across, you didn't notice there's this corpse laying right on the ground in front of you, and you sort of turn your ankle on its head, and you just find yourself sort of like on all fours, sort of kneeling there. You're like, you're not hurt, you're okay. And the good news is, Alexandria's back's to you, so she can't ridicule you. She didn't know what happened, so she doesn't know that you're like, are on all fours.
I scramble up and I'm like, look away. Like,
so if you want to scramble up, that you can do that. That's actually your turn, your action. Or I'm sorry, half your movement is what it takes to go prone. So you went. Let's hold on. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. How far can you move?
30.
Yeah, so you don't have enough movement left to stand up. But if you want to do something from the ground, you're welcome to do so. Or actually, I would let you use your action to stand up instead if you just want to do that.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
All right. So, yeah, you see her. Describe how you stand up for us.
So, I fall and I'm on my hands and knees and I'm like, oh. And so I just like kind of do like a one hand and like quick, just like kind of put all my effort into standing up and looking around. So I don't know, like not like I don't like jump up, but I frustrated while I stand up.
Awesome.
Make sure I don't fall over again.
Nice. All right. And on that note, aim the direction you want to be when you're done, and then end your turn.
Okay. I have a quick question. Is there any way that I could, while I? Oh wait, never mind. Okay, I'm done.
Awesome.
I can't update my character. It's
Why?
like, but it gave me a notification that says I can't update my character, but then it ended my turn, so maybe it's fine.
Oh, maybe. Okay, we'll see. That might be related to Melon's thing. Maybe these aren't. Maybe these characters aren't truly represented on the screen. We'll find out. All right, so Tyros, you were up, and did you guys get like an up next and a lovely?
Yep.
And did it talk to you and tell you were up next? Should have said you're up next.
Yes.
Okay, cool. And then you see your card down there, so now it's really clear whose turn it is. So, trying to alleviate. So, new rule. After this round, you'll have 3 minutes to make your action, and then I'm going to advance the turn. So we gave you an extra minute, and then we're going to be a little bit more held to this little ding, ding, ding timer thing. Cool. All right, you're up.
Unless we have technical difficulty.
Unless you have technical issues, that is probably my fault for trying to make things fun.
All right, so Tyros, with that, I reach into my knapsack and I pull out my little bag of dust of dryness, and I take one pinch of dust and I flick it at the ochre jelly. The ochre jelly now needs to make a DC 13 Constitution savings throw.
All right, so I'm going to see if this new tool I have will let me do that. DC. Oh, no, it's just for you guys. Okay. So DC Constitution saving throw. And he has to make a 13?
Mm-hmm. He has to make a 13. If he fails, he takes a 10d6. All right, so you need to apply 10d6 necrotic damage.
All right, I'll let you roll it. Roll the 10d6, and then I'll apply it. Down in your little chat window there.
Yep.
Jesus. All right, so how do you want this ochre jelly to die?
It is getting all of the moisture in it is getting absorbed by this one little piece of dust of dryness. It just shrivels. It goes into nothing, and then boop.
And all that's left behind is this ochre jelly powder and a single pseudopod that is yours for the taking. It is now an item pile.
Double click on the.
Yep, it's just an item pile. It's just like a treasure chest.
I will take my pseudopod.
And you've taken it because it is now gone. Thank you very much. I worked on that this weekend.
That's
all right.
And I end my turn.
All right. This brings us to Dinjarin. Dinjarin, are you able to join us? I'm not sure if you're here.
Yes,
And anyone who's playing, I would love to see your videos just for fun. Like, no pressure. This is no work event or anything, but like, it is nice to see the people that are around the table.
I would,
but
once I'm done eating. The termite guy here.
No worries. I get it.
Okay.
And Glory, and Glory, can you do me a favor? Can you turn your phone sideways?
Yeah.
Ah, that's beautiful. You just have to hang it a little bit, but like now instead of just being this little tiny thing in the middle, we can see you in all your. Yeah, wait for it. Glory.
So I walked over to this bag that I spotted earlier.
Nice.
And I'm going to open it.
All right. So yeah, you see this bag. You also see to the left of it's a chest.
Yes. I don't have enough distance to get to the chest. That's why I went to the back. I measured earlier.
And I'm not gonna. You can describe what's in it if you want. You guys see, those of you out there see Dinjarin, rifling through some things. I will say this: like as you get over there, Dinjarin, there's this bridge, and it sort of hangs over a flowing, twisting river of lava and fire, and the heat is almost unbearable as as you feel it coming off of the thing. Now, this bridge that you're seeing just to the northeast, it's small and narrow, and it looks like it may only accommodate a single person. And sort of the vault around it is sort of this giant cavernous chamber. It's as you know, deep underground and illuminated by the flickering light of the molten river below. The walls are composed of the sort of dark and mysterious stone you're starting to see as this light emanates, and the air is heavy with the smell of sulfur and brimstone. So they're just a little narrative for you, since I did work on the formatting of my narration cards to make them prettier.
So open it and said this pile is empty, so there is nothing in there, guys. Well, and I turn around and I realize there is no one near me as I'm chatting. So even if I said anything, no one would have heard it anyways. So, and that's it for my turn.
Sadly,
go to the my guy again.
Sadly, that was an empty sack, but that happens from time to time. At least you have that chest. Stefanos, you're to the left of the fire. I'm sure to the right of the fire. There's action happening in that room. There's a corpse in front of you, and you watched Glory leap into frame, fall to her knees, and then sort of stand back up. A little, no worse for the wear. A little embarrassed. A lot of things you can do.
I'm gonna move further into this room.
Awesome. So you sort of walk past this corpse, kicking its little footio as you went by. You hear a little squishing sound. All right, so now you're in the room. And what you see, for those who don't remember, and I'll just give you that narrative one more time. So this massive lava-filled vault is a sight to behold. The walls and floors are shimmering, of shimmering gold, reflecting the orange glow of the molten rock that surrounds it. The heat is almost unbearable, as mentioned, but the prospect of all this gold is too tempting to resist. As you make your way in, you can't help but to feel a sense of awe at the sheer size and wealth of the chamber. The floor is covered in piles of glittering gold coins, sparkling jewels, and other precious treasures. It's as if I didn't write this. It's clear that the vault has been untouched for centuries, and the loot within is almost unimaginable. But with such great wealth comes great danger, and you can't really shake the feeling that you're not alone in this fiery chamber. Now, the floor is slick with a thick layer of blood-covered gold, which has melted and pooled in places. The gold, not the blood. Sentence structure. Creating a shimmering golden sea. Gems embed the gold and sparkle in the light of the lava that runs through the giant cavern, casting a warm, ominous glow. The air is thick with a sweet smell of molten metal and the sound of trickling lava and gold. The cavern is this, and it's also a vault, has a feeling of both danger and wonder, luring you in with the promise of wealth beyond measure, but also warning of the perils that lie within. And your sort of inner voice says, gods be damned. This gold has melted into deceptive piles of treasure, infused with gems and trinkets and other riches. It will take weeks to excavate this treasure. What happened here? What ruined this gold? As a lover of gold, this is heartbreaking. Now, it's not all bad news. Scattered throughout the vault, you see, up by Dinjarin, up by Tempe, down to the south, you see various crates, sacks, and treasure chests. They look fine in fine enough shape, not ruined, like much of this golden treasure around you. So off to the right, sort of slumped in the corner that you walked past, was a corpse. Perfect, another corpse. In your mind, you check the little box that says corpse, 2 more and you get a free sandwich at Madame Friona's. There you go. That was your narrative.
Actually, do the blobs count as corpses?
Nope. Right, so the corpse count, and this actually is Stefanos' turn, but I'll answer this for you. There's 2 in the room. You were standing next to them. There's 1 in the doorway, and then off to the right through the doorway to your right, Glory, was another corpse sitting in the corner that everyone who's left the room has noticed. All right, so Stefanos, you've made your way into the room. You've gotten your narrative. What's your plan?
I think I already took my full movement.
You get 25. So if you took 25 from 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, yep, you have taken your movement.
Yeah. Yep, I'm just gonna ready myself.
What are you readying yourself to do?
Actually, no, just kidding.
No, being ready is fine.
Ready myself for danger. That's what I'm trying to do.
All right. So if someone comes into play, what weapon are you going to use? What's your action going to be? That's all I need to know.
Oh, my crossbow.
All right. So you see Stefano sort of like marvel at sort of the spectacle that's around her. Pulls her crossbow up, sort of ready for anything. Yeah. That's a good use of ready, honestly. Cool. Then end your turn, and this brings us to Tempe. Tempe, you've come in, you hear this action behind you, you hear this oomph behind you, and sort of a body slide into place, sort of brush themselves off. You don't know what's happening, but it sounds like someone may have took a spill. Maybe undeterred, you're looking, straight on at a treasure chest.
Was that you, Glory? Anyway, gonna open this treasure chest here.
Oh, you're out of the thing now. You no longer have to mumble.
No, I was grumbling. That was me grumbling, not grumbling.
Right. So you're within a loud conversation of everyone around you, Tempe. You can hear sort of the ambient noises. So what you share about what's in this chest is up to you.
Nothing popped up, so I'm not seeing it. I heard the chest open, but I am not seeing a window with the contents therein.
What?
I can double click it again.
Yeah, try it.
It makes the opening noise. No window.
Hold on. Do you see the chest move?
I saw it move, yeah.
All right, let me see. Which one is this? Chest 3.
It's a moving chest, guys.
These are the bugs. It's a mimic. It jumps to life. No, it is actually not a mimic. Items, layers, parcels. Which one is this? This is Vault Treasure Chest 3. So he deletes Vault Treasure Chest 3. He goes in here and says, "Where's Vault Treasure Chest 3?" Perfect. He pops it into frame right in front of Mr. Tempe. Oops, wrong one. My bad. Don't look at that. Vault Treasure Chest 3. All right.
Disappearing chest.
Now try and click it. Did it open?
I heard the noise again, but no.
So there's nothing opened up on your screen? I don't understand. Let's see. Item inspect. Split item of players. It's enabled. All looks above board. You've lost connection. It is a container. Update. Otherwise, I'll just tell you what's in it. All right.
Everybody close your ears. You're not supposed to know.
So I opened the lid. Did you see it open up?
It opened. Yeah.
All right. Now double click and see if you see anything.
Hey, oh, look at that. Alchemist fire. An immovable rod. Potion of greater healing. A water skin. Some gold. A vicious dagger. Ooh. Currency gold. So I'm going to split the currency 6 ways. Take this dagger.
Fun.
Vicious dagger. Let's see what it says. A short metal blade mounted to a small hilt and crossguard. The dagger makes an effective sidearm for the hardened warriors or a hidden blade for assassins and thieves. When you roll a 20 on your attack with this magic weapon, your critical hit deals an extra 2d6 damage. The weapon's type. Nice.
Sounds like Baphomet's dagger has a competitor.
Did I just take everything? I can't split the.
Yeah, the gold is gold, right? So you can. Now I will tell you when you're out of combat how to trade. I fixed trading. It all works now. Yay.
Right.
Anything else that you want to know about in the thing before you move on?
No, I think I already have an alchemist fire. I can double check my inventory. So if anyone didn't get one, feel free to come over and grab one. And there's a potion of greater healing left.
Now I would encourage you in your leisure to sort of look into that immovable rod. It's an interesting find.
All right, immovable rod. The flat iron rod has a button on one end. You can use as an action to press the button, which causes the rod to become magically fixed in place until you or another creature uses an action to push the button again. The rod doesn't move, even if it is defying gravity. The rod can hold up to 8,000 pounds of weight. More weight causes the rod to deactivate and fall. A creature can use an action to make a DC strength check, moving the fixed rod up to 10 feet on a successful roll. Oh, interesting.
That is interesting.
Anyone have rod fever? Otherwise, I'll take it.
I'm very interested in rods.
If I just happened to look at the camera when you said that, and you had this grin on your face, and I would not have been inappropriate and laughed otherwise. Just that's on you. This is on you. So you know.
I'm gonna do that for Glory, and it's Glory, I got a rod over here for you. I know you like rods and stuff, and I'm just gonna move into this other chamber. And
right.
My turn. Go ahead, okra jelly.
Somebody measuring something?
Not me.
That was me by accident.
But you notice it didn't crash the game.
I can't seem to turn it off.
Go into your token controls and turn it off there. And while you're doing that, I'm going to come down here. This okra jelly is going to move just a little bit towards Alexandria. That's his first 5 feet. Notices the fire and it's like, oh crap, and sort of moves just a little bit away from the fire before targeting Alexandria. And attacking with its pseudopod. Unfortunately, it misses. And that ends its turn. But I need you all to roll for initiative, please. And
this
we have
timer is like all over the place. Like it's supposed to be my turn right now, but
and time to mention, I'm not 100% sure we're gonna make it to my next round because my class starts at 1:30. So if we don't, Alexandria wants to stab
with the dagger, I assume.
Stab stuff.
So Tempe, you moved into this room, and he's actually the top of the round, Glory. Right, so that's why it was probably jumping around as you did initiative. So, hold on 1 second. Bloop, bloop, bloop. All right. So, you walk into this sort of area, and off to the right, you see this. You see like this weird floating rock in the middle of lava. There's a chain attached to it. You can feel the sort of heat coming off of it. Way down across that, you see what looks to be, as far as you can see, some treasure and some other things, off to the right. To your left, tucked away in this northwest corner of this sort of massive vault, is this little hidden alcove, and in it lies the skeleton of a minotaur. The bones are still covered in patches of tattered fur and bits of leathery armor, evidence of the beast's final battle. the chamber is sort of dimly lit by a fiery glow of the river of lava flowing to the east, and it's sort of casting an eerie light on the Minotaur's remains. So you're within about.
See the Minotaur.
What's that?
I don't see the Minotaur.
No, the Minotaur bones. It's a pile of bones.
Oh.
Right. It's to your left.
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah. Well, this is theater of the mind. But anyway, you're about 5, 10, 15, 20, and you notice that as you moved into this area, the bones were still. But on your sort of last step, when you got to that point, you saw the bones begin to sort of move and jiggle, right? So, as you approach, these bones really begin to sort of move, only a little bit at first, like I said, but within a few moments, the bones are swirling in place. You see this sort of tornado of bones, and at first it's unclear what's happening, but quickly you realize they're reanimating into something. It's something big, right? And it seems to be standing in front of you is now a Minotaur skeleton, right? Menacingly staring into your soul. So I'll show it to you guys. There, Minotaur. So this Minotaur skull is particularly striking, right? With its large horns curling out from its forehead, its jaws open in a silent roar. This chamber itself is filled with the smell of death and decay, a reminder of the Minotaur's final fate. So, in case you didn't know, in case you hadn't guessed this yet, the Minotaur has entered the battle. It needs to roll its initiative. Awesome. So there you are. A solid roll for the Minotaur. It is still your turn. You have not used your movement yet. You are now sort of face to skull with a Minotaur.
Hey, I am going to use.
Mm-hmm. Do tell.
That doesn't seem to come up. I'm not seeing a lightning arrow.
Oh, hold on. My bad. Okay, I have to add that to you now. Give me 1 second. I wanted to do that on your turn so you guys could remind me. So you have something called lightning arrow that is a spell, I believe, right? It's a magical arrow. So if I go into common, magic, and it was called lightning arrow, correct? Or is it arrow of lightning? There it is.
It was lightning arrow.
Now look in your character sheet.
Oh, I'm just using the HUD. Let's see. Character sheets. Spellbook. No, still only have speaks with animals.
Wait, do you have speak with animals as a thing?
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, I have that too. Second. An Ida spell. That's a spell, correct?
They both are, I think.
Now look.
Okay, on character sheet or HUD?
In your character sheet.
Spellbook still only has speaks with animals.
No, but you have it's under features. So you have
features. Okay.
Because that's a feature, right? Or was that a spell that you had? The lightning arrow?
I thought so.
Hunter,
background, passive abilities.
Inventory. Oh, hold on. It says it's spell. I think.
Yeah, lightning is in. I'm seeing a consumable spell scroll lightning arrow.
I'm wondering what I did wrong here. It's supposed to be a spell, right? It's a magic item. There we go. Equipped and attuned. Now is it show up in your spells? No. Can you should be able to target and roll with it for this game, and then we'll figure out how to get it into your spells. I'll make a note of it.
A different kind of like a dexterity, strength, wisdom, charisma? No.
We'll probably have the same issue with you, David.
Okay. What would you like me to do, DM?
So if you want to use the arrow, use it from your inventory. Just so highlight or just attack with it like you normally would.
All right. Let's see. Use item. Da-da-da. Arrows. Yeah, all right. I'm gonna bring up my sheet. Sorry, y'all. Inventory.
Oh, I added it to your spells. I got it. I fixed it.
Oh.
And maybe it'll work either way.
I can do it from inventory, usability.
Yeah, try that. I'm not saying you do anything. You don't have the Minotaur targeted.
Just did it. Okay. And
okay, so I did it right now. So go to your spell book and try it there. I'm gonna remove it from your inventory.
Okay.
I'm sorry, from your feature, right? Or where was it? In your inventory?
Was in inventory the scroll of the lightning arrow, and now I'm seeing it in my spell book.
Yeah, I added it there instead. That was the right place to put it.
Do the standard roll.
Please work, please work, please work. Please work. Don't mail on me.
You have.
It says you haven't. It says you doesn't have him. I don't see you having the Minotaur targeted.
Double click or control click.
No, I don't know how you guys target. I think it's T maybe, and then click or make sure you're okay. Yeah, I see the dot. I see the dot now.
Okay, normal. I don't know what that means.
That means I need to roll a dexterity saving throw. Normal. And did I succeed?
Probably.
Nope. You hit me. You did a solid 17 of damage on the Minotaur. So like, yeah, these guys see this lightning arrows just shoot from Tempe into this what you don't know because it's behind a wall, and you hear the clattering of bones. So it's solid hit. You have all your movement left. Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm going to inch back through here and sneak around the corner, and then I got a bonus action attack.
You're attacking the.
I guess I have to attack if I'm doing a bonus action, right?
Nope, you don't have to. You can use your. You can ready yourself.
Okay, I'll just ready myself for the Minotaur to come through the door.
With your crossbow, I assume?
With my bow. Yep.
Okay. Awesome. Then end your turn. This brings us to Dinjarin.
For your patience.
It was on me. It was one of those things I couldn't do real time. So Dinjarin, you're up.
All right. So I'm just hearing lightning. I kind of look around and be like, but don't see anything because where I am. So I'm like, oh, okay. So I kind of move up here to the chest and I'll open up the chest.
All right. And did it open for you?
It did. So there's a water skin.
So the only one that can really hear this is Tempe and Stephanos. Just so you know.
Right.
And maybe Glory.
there's some cool stuff in here. There's a potion of greater healing, a potion of invisibility, a potion of water breathing. 2 of them, times 2. There's some Baphomet's arrow of dragon slaying, so whoever has arrows could get those. There's a potion of truth serum. Should I just take them all and then we could, after we're done with combat? Or I guess I wouldn't know we're technically in combat. Or I'll just leave those then. I'm going to take the invisibility potion. And a potion of healing. Wait, we all need to have the water breathing, right? There's 2 more water breathings. I think 2 of us didn't have it to get out.
Yeah, take them. We'll distribute it.
Okay.
You ingested the truth serum, or it means you have to have it ingested?
I think I took it. So I'll leave the other stuff for you guys to come get.
Tell us what's in the crate.
I just told you guys.
I know.
Tell us what your
testing to see if the truth serum worked.
Oh.
I didn't take it. Like, I didn't drink it.
He meant he took it into his inventory. He didn't take the truth serum.
Yeah.
I can't see him ever. Although I can imagine that this party, knowing you guys, using the truth serum on each other is probably where it's going to end up. So Gloria's going to be like, eat this scone.
I split the gold amongst all of us. So, Stephanos, if you make your way over here, those arrows are here.
Yes, let me grab those for sure. Thanks.
All right. And that will be the end of my turn. Sorry, I can't do much because I have to get back to the Thermite guy again.
All right. We're probably going to play to the bottom of this round and be done. So, Tempe, this skeleton like saw you walk away, so gets to do his 40 feet. Literally is going to flank you. There. And by the way, in case you didn't know, you can do multi-segment moves. So like you move to where you want to go first and then hit your spacebar. Then you move to your next spot, all while holding your left key down, and it'll do a multi-segmented move. And you should be able to measure things now without crashing the entire game. So feel free to measure crap. Anyway, so as soon as he does that, you do have your readiness, so you are able to take an attack before he takes his turn. Uh-oh. It's frozen. Was someone measuring?
Oh no, I didn't measure.
Okay. Well, no, that wasn't okay. That tells me a lot. Like the measurement thing turns out is not fixed.
Do we wait or exit page?
I'm gonna exit page and reload, and then
I'm still fine. I'm not frozen, although I'm sure I will be in a minute.
Probably
yeah, well,
measure the measurer.
Yeah, you ruined it for everybody else. That's fine.
You told me to.
No, I know. We should have. Of all the things that I didn't test, I took the developer's word for it that it had been fixed. So
So quiet without the music.
I know, right?
Loading vault.
Yeah, I don't know if it helps. Like I said, underneath you can.
You're not muted, right, Curtis?
Oh, sorry. Sorry, guys. I'm leaving. Talk to you later.
And the calendar pops up. All right.
You can, in the settings for that, you can disable that.
That's fine.
All right, we're back in, right?
All kinds of glowy.
All right, so the Minotaur.
Moving too far.
So no one measure. I guess that turns out that's not a thing.
Nope,
all right.
Measure.
So measure, so the Minotaur he comes clamoring through that door, right? And you see he already has his great axe overhead. Normal.
Yeah, you wish, buddy.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Oh, and by the way, we got to roll Melan's critical roll, by the way. So remind me to do that after this. Wait. Before I hit critical hit, well, actually, I'll hit critical hit because it's not going to matter. Because you're not going to take him out with one hit. Yeah, you're ready. Yeah, no, I'm going to finish this because I'm in the middle of it, but then you can go ahead and take your ready to roll.
Great.
Unless you die. In which case, then I'll have to rewind some stuff.
Oh. Holy damage.
So, as weird as it sounds, I'm going to give you back 1 point of health.
That would make me conscious.
And I'm going to remove your unconscious. I'm going to remove your prone. Go ahead and do your ready to attack. Now, unless you critically kill this thing with one hit.
Well, I still have lightning thing, right?
Yep.
Arrow. So do I use that or just my longbow?
Well, you said you were ready. You were ready with your crossbow, or with your bow.
Longbow.
So, yeah.
But do I have a disadvantage?
Nope, you still have advantage. I mean, you still have regular roll. Yeah, whatever. So you hit. So that's good. And if you happen to kill this thing with this one arrow, then I will give you back your life. You did do 9 points of damage. So now I have to take you, sadly. Back to where you were. So you guys see, those of you in the room look to your left and see Tempe sort of run out of this room, sort of spin around, and this giant minotaur skeleton comes upon him with his great axe, brings it down on Tempe, and he just crumples to the floor unconscious. He's not dead, right? He's still got saving throws, so he's got 3 more turns to not die, or until he just has to get 3 successes or be healed. So either way, that ends the Minotaur's turn. So Tyros, you've got a problem of your own, a big goopy problem of your own inside of here. You don't know what's happening out there, but you do hear the sounds of a pretty intense battle happening.
Do I even hear that? I mean, it's a pretty narrow hall here. I wouldn't imagine I'm hearing too much.
I think a one-hit kill from a Minotaur onto one of your colleagues, you probably heard that echo through the chamber.
With that, thinking that there's some battle going on, I have no idea who's hurt. I walk over to this ochre jelly, and again, reach into my little satchel of dust dryness, and I need to, before I do that, I need to roll to see how many dusts I have, so that ooh.
All right, so just heads up. That was me. I needed to roll the critical card for the monster. All it meant was that that he knocked Tempe prone. And by the way, here's the critical card for Alexandria. And she got a slow-mo. Your target can only move half its distance and attack with disadvantage for the next 2 rounds, which she killed it anyway, so it didn't really matter. All right, so now your turn already in progress.
Okay. I need to roll to see how many pieces of dust I have in this satchel. So I have 5 plus an additional 4, so I have 9 specks of dust. I've already used 1 on the first ochre jelly, so I reach in, I grab another dust of dryness and sprinkle it right onto the jelly, and he needs to make a
Constitution
DC 13 Constitution roll again.
Saving throw. Normal. Wait, he's sideways, so that would be disadvantage because he's flanked. Unfortunately, this dust, is picked up by the breeze and carried away because he needed a 13
No.
Oh, no?
If failed, only
half
as much damage.
Half, yep, that's right.
So it is a 5d6 necrotic damage because the dust landed on him. It is sucking up all of his moisture as quickly as it can.
All right, so roll 5d6. Do your worst here, sir. Do your worst.
So it is enough.
So it's all 20, right?
20, yeah.
So you throw this dust and it just sucks a lot of the moisture away. And what's left is an almost dead ochre jelly.
Almost dead ochre jelly. So with that, I will.
You have a bonus?
Yeah, it's with a dagger.
It's not immune to dagger. It's just it does less.
Yeah. I'm trying to. Why won't I? Oh, I need to target first. Target. Use dagger.
Oh, I'm sorry to say, two things are going to happen.
And, critical miss.
Critical miss. So you need to find out. Two things are going to happen here. Chicken hat. Out of nowhere, above Tyros' head, a roast chicken drops onto his head, like a hat. You're distracted for the next 2 rounds and attack with a -2 penalty. You can't remove this chicken hat. At the end of the second round, the chicken disappears into a puff of feathers. So make a note that Tyros is wearing a roast chicken on his head. Chicken hat. I may have had a couple of martinis when I was writing that, honestly.
You think?
Yeah. So hold on one second. So a funny thing happened because you were doing slashing, right? Oh no, you missed. Never mind. Ignore what I just said. Cool. So you have some movement left. This ochre jelly is flanked, but you are not behind it, right? So you would have an opportunity attack on you if you were to move.
Yes, but I have uncanny. Oh, okay. I will stay where I am and end my turn.
Awesome. Stefanos, you're up. You see this Minotaur take down your pal just off to your left.
Yep. I'm going to move here for a range of sight. And then I'm going to cast a guiding bolt at the Minotaur.
Nice.
And my screen is now frozen.
All right, so I see you've
things.
I see you've targeted.
No, I think it's a delay from that measure.
So you do hit. Solid hit. Holy crap. Yeah, so you did, 19 points of damage, right? Now, Tempe, you're unconscious, but you feel, in your psyche, you feel this Minotaur is not having a great day. So, yay. Stefanos, you realize you have this moment of realization. There's this giant ass thing coming towards you, and you may have fancied yourself a healer, but you are an incredible damage dealer. And you have still you have 20 feet left of your move.
Yep, I think I'm gonna move towards the chest and grab those arrows to shoot with.
All right, so you can move your 20 feet. Back a little bit.
I thought it was 25.
Didn't you move in? Oh, didn't you move 5 feet already?
Oh, I did. Sorry.
Oh, how'd you do that? You can undo your move? I didn't know you could do that.
Don't know how I did it.
So as you're moving, yeah, you feel your feet sort of being sticky. They're sort of sticky in that blood. And that Minotaur, you can feel it tracking you. You think to yourself, how far can a Minotaur move? But no one asked that question, so, Next up is hit next, and it's Alexandria. Alexandria said that she was going to attack with dagger, correct? So she targets this ochre jelly. Yay. And open up her character sheet. And she attacks with her Baphomet's Dagger of Venom. Roll. Has no ability uses left. That may have been her problem. It says at the top of the page. Has no available uses remaining. So she can only use it 3 times per long rest. That was her problem. So what would she do? She's going to
just long rest. So were they updated based on the recent long rest?
Interesting. You're right. We did have a long rest, right?
Right.
Has she attacked 3 times though?
I mean, she hasn't been doing very much, like crazy stuff.
All right, so we'll do this, and it's flanked, so she rolls with advantage. And she hits. And it kills the ochre jelly. And both you, David, or Tyros, and Alexandria both see, both see this thing sort of goop to the ground, and all that's left is a pseudopod. And David, are you going to yoink it before she takes it, or are you going to let her have it?
No, that's hers.
So she's going to take it.
Staying too true to your character, David.
Actually, David, can you take it? Because you can give it to her. Can you take it and give it to her? Because as the DM, I can't take an item as her character.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. And if you decide to give it to Glory, that's on you. Alexandria had heard some stuff going down, so she's going to take her movement out into the hall. And Gloria, you feel her sort of blow past you. What does she got to move? She can move. She's going to be flying. She doesn't want to go necessarily towards the danger, but she wants to get into the room pretty deeply. So she heads to about here. And then ends her turn. Speaking of Glory, you're up. You're over a corpse. You feel it squishing beneath your feet.
Cool. So I'm going to move 30 feet over this way.
Uh-huh.
And then I'm going to ready myself with Baphomet's Dragon Slayer sword.
Awesome. So what you see in that little alcove is, you see peeking out just south is a treasure chest and 2 other chests sort of up against that wall. You don't see any danger, monsters, piles of bones, or any of that stuff. And it is now what's that? So now we have to reset initiative. We'll roll initiative, and then we could end if you guys like, unless Tempe's at the top.
Roll initiative next week when everyone's here, because we don't have Dinjarin or Alexander.
That's true. So when we play next week, depending on where Tempe is, he's down hard. Hasn't done any of his saving throws yet. His skull was bonked by the great axe of a Mentor, sort of indicating that these aren't your normal baddies that you've been fighting up to this point. Like, these are some pretty significant foes that might require some team strategy, right? So treading lightly, sort of the phrase "tread lightly" is like echoing through your unconscious brain, Tempe. And if you get out of this, you have a message for the rest of the team. Dinjarin has just looted a chest and has mentioned openly that there's some stuff left in there, including Baphomet's arrows. Stefanos, I think, was on her way to the chest, Glory had just come into the open, discovered some more treasure down to the south. From where Glory stands, she sees the crumpled body of Tempe, but she doesn't see what crumpled it, right? So, who knows what's going on with that over there. Alexandria's come out into the main room, having just dispatched the last ochre jelly, and she absolutely sees, because she's going to spin that way, she absolutely sees this skeleton of a minotaur looming right beyond her. 5, 10, 15. She knows about minotaurs, and she knows that they can move about 40 feet, and realizes that this minotaur can get to her. It can get to Stephanos. Doesn't need to get to Tempe. Probably can't get to Glory in one turn. So its next plan of action is pretty obvious for her. Beyond that, from where you guys stand, there's not much else to tell other than this vault is a wide open area, and that you guys can explore non-linearly. So out of narrative mode, up to this point, for the most part, you guys have had fixed path experiences, right? Where you had to go to like a room and then another room and then another room, sort of a dungeon, a classic dungeon crawl. You're now in this giant area where you can stay together, you can split up, you can go on your own. There's an awful lot of multi-movement that can happen. So you'll want to start being strategic about what you do as a party, as Tempe learned the hard way. So, but not without getting some good stuff. Let's be frank. He's got some good stuff. So if he does die, loot his corpse. So,
don't forget the rod.
Yeah, maybe you'll find a bag of holding to carry his corpse along to have it resurrected at the next town with a shrine.
Yeah, just cremate me with the llama.
That's okay. There's in my other game, there's a character that Nick Maylock. He's a wizard, and wizards are notoriously not strong, and he tends to die like every other session, right? So he's never permadead. Has anyone died in this yet? Was this the first death?
Alexandria died, or someone died, and they saved. I want to say I died too, and then was saved.
You died. I know.
Yeah, I've died before.
You died, and then you rolled yourself out of it, and I was like, "Really? You can just roll yourself out of it?"
You can cling to life. Yeah. Think of it as clinging to life.
Yeah, it's called a miracle.
Yeah, so that's awesome.
Bob died.
And a question for you. Yeah, Chob is dead, but he's not forgotten because he keeps coming back. So out of game questions. So other than I have to work on the measuring tool, and anyone who later maybe is interested in helping with that, let me know. I'll put up a test map and we'll just measure the shit out of things. It didn't crash when I tested it on my own, so I don't know what happened.
And mine didn't crash right away. It was a full round before mine finally crashed after.
And don't do it, but tell me, what were you using to measure? Were you using that little ruler?
Yes.
Okay, so that's what I was using too. So there's that. Were there any other anomalies other than weirdly Melan could not attack? I don't know why. Everybody else was able to attack just fine, correct?
It was slow for me. Yeah. Reactions from when I clicked on a button to roll to when the roll actually happened. It wasn't running as fluid as other times.
Okay, so slow interface.
The gameplay is great. I like how it is for us to target, to if we have a hit or a miss, and then applying damage. That part is actually really good. I like the changes we made here.
I wanted to mention this. So if you scroll up to Alexandria in the chat window where she attacked with the dagger of venom. And what you may not have noticed is now it's really clear, like it's a hit and it's green, right? Or it's a miss and it's red. Like that's new. But also, if we're at that 24, if you click it, it will show you the math. And the same with, be careful on the other one because. So on the other one, don't click anything because you have to click right between the red buttons that pop up and the green buttons that pop up to expand that math. I'm trying to disable those buttons because there's no reason that you guys should be able to like reroll additional damage unless that should only be me. But you can see the math is there now.
Don't click on the green one, but we can click on the advantage roll and the piercing, right?
Well, no,
piercing when I hover on it.
Yeah, that's when you can't. Like, you can click on anything other than like on the piercing. Don't click on any of those little buttons that pop up.
Yeah, gotcha.
I thought I had those disabled. So I'll have to check into that.
I had a note in here. I had a note from last week that you were supposed to give Glory notes on attuning to the orb. I think you were going to read her the narrative on it.
I think you did, because I gave a name, or I gave like an opening spell to the orb, which was Wingardium Leviosa. So I think
You are?
And then,
okay. I just wanted to make sure that was
listening to it again, but I think
and we can go through it again. Maybe we'll play offline. You and I will just to talk about it, and because you didn't have a chance to ask questions or any of that stuff either.
Right.
So I do have David. What was the thing that you needed me to add for you? I just want to make sure I can drag that in before we drop real quick. And
it was steady aim.
And what was that?
Feature subclass. It was from Tasha's book. It's a feature subclass. All it does, I don't know that it is an action to do. I just need to state that I have steady aim if I haven't moved in that round, and I can't move for the next round either, and that gives me advantage on an attack roll.
So it's a racial trait.
It is a racial. Yeah, it's a racial feature. It's a subclass for my rogue.
Hey, I gotta go. Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you. Thank
Bye.
you. Steady. So yeah, so we'll look at, so it's a racial feature. Well, let me end the recording so no one has to hear this stuff. And no one's here to enjoy this moment, but thank you for playing, and we'll see you next time on the Smite Force Chronicles. Brandon.